Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another Bad Batch review. Today we have a double episode. It was a double episode today, episode 10, episode 11. Identity Crisis and Point of No Return. And what I want to point out is when I saw Identity Crisis, I knew this was going to be the episode we get Cad Bane back, which of course I was right, because I believe that's the name of the Clone Wars episode in which she's first introduced. I could be wrong, but I believe that's correct. I think it was introduced in a season 1 episode, and that's the one. So there's a couple things about Identity Crisis I want to get uh, off rip here. There's no Bad Batch in this episode, which isn't really, something that typically happens in this series. I think it's happened another time, but it's very rare you get an episode with no Bad Batch members at all. Sometimes you'll just get one or two, but you'll get members of the Bad Batch, and this is not an episode that has that. It's also a very touchy subject with kids being captured for their end count, like babies. We're talking babies. And it just kind of continues to point to me that Cad Bane has no morals. This is a bounty hunter that does not care and gets the job done. Those are the best types of bounty hunters, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I get why he does it, even if it makes him an evil person. So Emery's like, I want to know, I want to be the project leader. Nala Say is already gone. I want to become the project leader of whatever Project Necromancer is. So, the doctor guy, well, what's his name? I'm not going to get it. But he basically was like, all right, you could be the project manager. And Emery sees these children helpless, and of course it's the Empire, so they're doing god awful things to them. And I just feel like she has to redeem herself here. There's no way that she watches all this injustice happen and actually, you know, doesn't take a stand against it. She's got it at some point. She's got that clone DNA in her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a very gut wrenching episode. It makes you think a lot of things. It makes you feel a lot of things, mostly sadness. But this is an episode I think needed to happen because we need to see the Empire. We need to see Emery start to realize that the Empire. There's no morals here. There's no moral high ground. There's nothing here. And then, of course, the next episode is Point of No Return. Which is the far more interesting episode. I'd give Identity Crisis like an 8.5. It's really good. It's just there's not enough in it to always propel you forward into the storytelling. Kind of just like you know what's going to happen in the next episode, so you're kind of it's kind of filler almost. But now we get to Point of No Return. Clone X has their location, who I still think is Tech, but they don't actually show us. So it's over. Pabu is bombed, as they all kind of converge on the Empire converges on Pabu. The Bad Batch was about to leave, and then they kind of couldn't because of Pabu getting bombed. They bombed like all the transports and stuff, so there's no way for them to leave because Clone X is like, well, obviously Omega's here. We're trying to get Omega. Wrecker gets hurt in the bombing of their ship. Their ship actually just gets destroyed, which is insane. So then I think Crosshair says to Hunter, "We got to figure out a way to get off planet. They're dropping in these gunships and play troops, so like we can probably get in one of those. Let's get on one of those and get off planet." So Hunter gets hurt trying to get a gunship to get off planet because what happens is Clone X sees him enter a gunship and just shoots the pilot. So then he crashes, and Hunter's okay, sort of. He's in the water, but like, he's obviously hurt and out of commission. And Wrecker, of course, is out of commission because he gets bombed. But he's like gonna survive, obviously. But the ship got bombed when he was putting stuff on it, so he's out of commission too. Omega seeing everyone get hurt, potentially the village getting burned as they start to question the mayor. It's like, hey, we need Omega. Give us Omega. It's over again because now what happens is Crosshair and Omega, the only two members of the Bad Batch still standing at this point, they aren't hurt, decide that she's got to get captured. She's got to go back to Tantus, and they're going to find a way to track her. So they put a tracker on her. The Empire takes it off. So now Crosshair has to try to track her by placing shooting a tracker onto the ship. He completely misses, and that's how the episode ends. And I don't know if Omega knows that because she wouldn't know. So Crosshair just completely effed up because of his poor shooting hand, and now they have no way to track her. And I don't think Omega knows that there's no way to track her. So that's how so it basically ends in the worst possible situation for everyone involved. However, it was very good because there's a lot of great action in it. There's stakes now. We're definitely heading towards the finale, but oh my gosh, is it going to be an interesting one? Oh my gosh, we have like 4 weeks left. It's going to be great. I gave Point of No Return 9. If you average all the episodes out so far, the season as a whole is a 7.9 out of 10 right now. Good for 4 stars, you know? That's good. This show is improving, as I figured it would. The ending episodes are always better than the beginning. But I'm just happy that we're finally getting some concrete, um, it's not answers, it's like, we're finally getting to the main plot, finally getting to the end. I didn't want to rush through it, but like if you're gonna do filler for like 3 or 4 times, I want to see the end. And I'm happy that now we're getting to a point where we're getting close. We're getting really, really close to the end. I couldn't tell you what I think happens at this point. I bet someone like Omega probably gets well, not someone like Omega probably gets captured. Emery probably helps her, and then they all kind of converge on Tantus. But I don't know how they would find her, so who knows? That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of the Bad Batch season 3, episodes 10 and 11. That was today, which is awesome. We're almost done. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and that's all I have for you guys. All right, peace.